instructions available?
Yeah, then the mission brief, which is on Slack as well.
Copy.
Okay, if you do your installation stuff first, and then I'll have a quick visit on the toilet.
Yeah, if you guys,
also.
I don't know if you've been guys have been talking long, so if you guys want to like grab 5 minutes to grab a drink and go to toilets and stuff like that, then please do.
Yeah, be right back.
Just a quick update for you, Breaklight. I didn't know when you checked in, but update from the SL meeting is essentially Damage is getting a discharge. One guy in the Sharpie is getting a discharge. He never showed up. And we're gonna open recruitment for the GF-17, the F-16, the AO-8B, and the F-18.
Whoop whoop.
Ugh.
What was that?
I hope that was not a response to me saying we open recruitment. Everything okay?
Can you send me the link about these instructions of installing the mod? I can't just find it.
Yeah, no worries. Coming up.
Oh, what's our actual altitude for the waypoints going to be? Because it's saying 6.6 meters for all of them. I'm looking at them.
Oh yeah, I never put altitude in.
Okay.
Last night I put that whole document together and I put in all the waypoints, and it was something I thought, oh, it'll take me 30 minutes, 45 minutes at the most. At the end I was busy for 4 hours.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it's because I'm a perfectionist. And there's a lot of hassle with, I was having a massive fight with, is it Combat Flight? Because I use Combat Flight to generate those need boards type of things.
Okay. Yeah, I was wondering how you did that stuff. Good.
So, did you guys also do the review of the Mando?
Yes. You
And
want to know
come out?
something about it?
Yeah, of course I do.
Something specifically, or?
Were all my moves terribly bad, or?
No, as far as I've seen, not. The overall situation was essentially that, as Mike had already pointed out, it might be that the Gemma on the M8B is actually quite effective.
I think it is.
Which is something I didn't factor in. I thought that the SA6 would be essentially strung up with you guys, because you were already in there and down there, while we ingressed and suddenly a missile flies into my face. That was stupid, and all the rest essentially was really a bit of a trying to pull every single meter we can gain and every single bomb drop we can have out of the enemy fighter cover. And essentially me and Margo and me and Spectrum and Margo for an extent just flew fighter cover pretty much the entire mission.
Yeah, that's something you might want to watch out for, because it's sort of like a GCI thing to, as soon as the fighters seem to crumble away, or the threat comes up, then the first thing we sort of, I'm guilty as well, is go, where's Preacher? Where's Spectrum? Drop your air to ground load. Which is alright, but you know, you got to be careful that doesn't become a standard.
Well, usually I would wish for more of a delay by the fighter guys. In this one, our fighter guys, in my opinion, made a great mistake that they just tried to push too hard instead of actually trying to deal out the area of operation a bit. They tried to area head in. Sorry.
A bit more. You mean a bit more of the big picture tactics instead of just me and my wingman and go for it.
Yeah, exactly. Because they kind of area headed in. 4 of them, 2 made it out, 1 recommitted, got shut down, and 1 RTB'd.
User in your channel timed out.
And then me and Mago starboard again. That dude has to fix his internet.
User entered your channel.
Albert?
Yeah,
Albert?
he's installing those mods, so.
But I wouldn't
I go back.
installing his mods to crash his things.
The team viewer just crashed. The TeamSpeak just crashed. Is it normal?
Not really.
Smoky back.
Not really something that should make it crash. Yeah, they had it in like an airheads, then me and Mago had it in. Yeah,
What?
it essentially worked out as it had to. Played the attack a bit. Killed some of them, but in the end, I think to broke free, we had to push them back or pull them back effectively in the second sortie. And then it really just became a tactic.
Yep.
Essentially just being more dangerous than the striker lay down.
How you doing with those mods, Hobbit?
They're currently downloading, only 97 MBs left.
Yeah, get greasing that internet connection.
That's I am getting 1 Mbps download speed right now. It's really suck.
I can feel you.
Yeah, I remember when it used to be like a 56k and it was going,
Oh yeah.
and you'd be looking at your telephone line going, oh shit, this is going to cost me a lot of money. And like 1 MB was like, that was a massive porno film, man. Yeah, those were the days.
We got any millennials here? Just curious.
I hope not. I don't know how they are defined, but I think technically I'm falling into that category. Or do I? Wait.
I'd
So
say
were you
the
born?
millennials are defined as they take YouTube
1994.
like the real world. You know what I mean? Influencers are real people. If you're thinking these are real, then you are probably a millennial. At least that is my kind of description for them.
I thought millennials were the ones that were born after or on the year 2000.
Yeah.
No.
Exactly.
They are defined as millennials, or also known as Generation Y or simply Gen Y, are the demographic cohort following Generation X and preceding Generation C. Researchers and popular media used the early 1980s as a starting birth years and the mid 1990s to early 2000s as ending birth years, with 1981 to 1996 a widely accepted definition. So yes, I am a millennial. A late millennial.
And here is the link to the wiki text Preacher just published.
Yes, or you can read that.
Yeah, I can read that.
Come to train and you're guaranteed to learn something.
Just was about to think that you're some kind of professor, Preacher. But,
Yes, absolutely. I
Look
study
at-
everything from computers to demographics.
Yeah, you
social
can't shoot me
studies.
now.
Yes.
Okay, so for next week, if Smokey will just run through all those references and just give us a quick lowdown on what this all in there.
Nah,
283
some kind
or
of homework.
something.
Oh my goodness. Not interested. I don't feel tempted since I'm not a millennial. So
Okay, mods are installed.
Excellent. Okay then, gents, welcome. The upset of this, or how I thought this through, I put a map together and I figured I had this idea for a mission, and I thought it'd be fun to ask one of you people to like do the planning for it. It's just, you know, take a step back, look at the big picture and figure out what you would do with all the aircraft and stuff. Smelly Cat had the first shot at it. My massive mission editor skills screwed that up a little bit. All those feedback you guys gave I've put in, so the AI has have no effect on the mission this time. I've taken away some of the people on the carrier deck so that we don't get any freaky moments, and everyone is now starting with engines on, so you do not have to do any INS alignments, you don't have to do a cold startup, which means you're on the deck and your engines are running, and you have the loadout which I got from Smokey. That having said, at least when I start as an F-18 with engines on, I tend to afterburn off the deck, so make sure you've got your hands on the controls and your feet on the brakes, just in case. So, having said that, a couple of things about tonight. If you could all open up I think it's the first link
The
which I
briefing.
posted. Yeah, the briefing, and then make sure you've got at least the first page open.
Hi, Spectrum.
Is Spectrum in?
No, he just wrote on Slack he's watching Hitch's stream.
Cool.
Just
Okay,
talking about
so
Spectrum, sorry to interrupt, Breaklight. Just see, we don't have Spectrum, we need some wingman for Wolf. Just wanted to say this for later.
yeah,
Ah,
because it's
okay.
good you said that, because I'm going to come to that now. I don't know if people like it, because I am from the military, so I have a tendency to tell people what to do. If you don't, let me know. Next time I'll do it differently. But for today, we have in the Harrier 2 pieces. The call sign Nightmare is going to be me as flight lead, and we've got Smelly Cat. I see Smelly's in, so that's all sorted. Then in the F-18 Hornet, call sign Wolf, we have Preacher, and there was Spectrum, but we're missing Spectrum. So the question is to Preacher as flight lead, who do you want as your wingman?
Well, everybody that signs on to, honestly.
It's a bit like football, you know.
Nest with a radar would be a big plus.
Anybody into A2R? Beagle, Hitch, Harvard?
I really suck into it.
Same.
Ditto.
I just proved at the mandatory.
Okay, then I'll just do my old military bit. Harvard, you're the wingman of Preacher. Congratulations.
Okay, copy.
In Dutch we call that a Chinese volunteer. Okay, so Wolf 1 was Preacher, flight lead. Wolf 2 is going to be Harvard. And then coming down we've got the Doom Flight. Doom Flight is going to be pretty much going for the SA-10. Flight lead, and for this mission is the mission commander is Smokey. And on his wing he's got Hitch. And Hitch is in, so everyone's happy. Then on the Quake Flight 2x F-18 we've got Mego as flight lead, and we've got Beagle. Did I say your name correctly?
Yeah.
Okay, sorted. If you look at the drill down slide, which is basically it's supposed to be a one sheet where you can like see the whole plan on. Nightmare Flight is doing the strike on the runway at Kutaisi. Wolf Flight has basically got the sweep / cap task. Doom Flight is going for the destruction of enemy air defenses, the SA-10, and Quake Flight they're doing air interdiction and then cap, which is an interesting little part of the plan that we came up with. So I'm going to run you through it. Phase 1 is spawning on the carriers, where you guys are going to be on the Stennis, me and Smelly will be on the Hermes. So Smelly, we got to take off without breaking the landing gear. And what we're going to do, we're going to move to the holding points, which you should all have a list of the waypoints. I think, if I'm correct, it's waypoint 1 for everybody is Alpha, and waypoint 2 is holding Bravo, so we can use them also as reference points. At Alpha and Bravo, you got to report that you're ready to Doom 1-1, which is Smokey, because he's mission commander. Why? A little situation update. The political situation has changed slightly, and it seems that they're going into a round of talks to maybe suss this down and get this done in a gentlemanly fashion. Although our high command is not they're retaining the chance that they might just go for a military move. So basically we don't have a mission go yet. Yes, that means we've got to go to those holding points, and Smokey, you've got to wait for the kingdom call. The code word is kingdom. When you get that, if you get that, that means we got mission go. How copy?
Roger. The Kingdom Call, is it made by a script? Is it some text, or is it you just where to expect it coming from?
It's going to be a message on screen, top right, is it, that it comes up?
Roger.
Yeah, and don't worry, you're not the only one who sees it. Everyone will see it, so but you've got to call it out and be aware of it. Until that time, that is for everybody, your weapons hold. That means you do not have the right to shoot at anything or bomb anything unless it's in self-defense. How copy?
Solid copy.
Yeah, gotta
Okay.
make you guys think.
Roger.
Yeah, so that's it. So we've phase 1, we've taken off. We're holding Alpha for mostly the F-18 flights, and the Doom flight is at the holding Bravo. Hopefully we get the Kingdom Call, and that's when things get interesting. Quake flight, the leadership of Mago, they're going to go forwards to their waypoint, and the idea is that you guys launch JSOWs at Senaki. What we came up with our analysis is the F-14s and those Su-27s, which are interceptors, and they take off from there. They're pretty lethal threats, especially with the AGM 154s. Or is it the what are they called again?
54.
AIM. Yeah. Not
Yeah.
AGM, but AIM. Yeah.
Yeah, those things, those really nasty ones. We figured that's pretty high threat, and we thought, how can we take them out and deal with that threat? And the idea we came up with was take them out before they can take off. So we want to bomb the runway before those guys actually get alarm state. So the idea is Quaker will come in, they're going to launch the JSOWs at Senaki, you're going to pull down south, and you're going to try and get the attention of the cap flight, the enemy cap flight to the south. Hopefully they're going to get pick you guys up, and they're going to go to engage. It's going to be your task, so I'm sorry Mago, you're going to be a bit of a bait. You've got to try and pull them out to sea. In the meantime, Wolf flight, they can maybe pitch round via south or whatever, but the idea is they'll come in to support you, and as the cap south is concentrating on Mago, Preacher can fly in and blow them out the sky. So what we've done now...
Sorry, could you repeat the last part? Maybe I didn't get that right. But we destroy the runway before they can take off. And is there another enemy flight coming in, or?
Well, the situation is you've got the enemy has two cap locations. They have a cap in the north, and they have a cap flight in the south.
Okay,
and if
that's
anything,
what I didn't get. Okay,
if
sorry.
anything comes up, they launch their intercept fighters from Senaki, and that's the F-14s with those bloody missiles that fly hundreds of miles.
Okay.
So the idea is if you fly in just before the SA-15 bubble starts, you should be in range for JSOWs, so you can launch them. It's a fire and forget weapon. Then you can immediately turn south and hopefully trigger that cap flight to get interested in you. Preacher is on standby, and he can come round and support you, and then you'll have 4 against 2, and you guys can take out the cap flight.
Copy.
So that's if you look at the map, that's point 2 and 3. As this happens, and this is where a bit of coordination comes in, Doom and Nightmare flight can start ingressing on the target, because basically you guys have now pulled away the cap flight for us, and you've made sure that the interceptors can't come up, hopefully. So Doom and Nightmare are going to start heading towards a corridor. We found a corridor in the SA-6 coverage. You can see that marked on the map. I've also put it in with waypoints. Now the idea that Smokey had there is that at point number 4, which is where the corridor starts, he should be in range to launch JSOWs at the SA-10 site. And as that thing is static, we know what the coordinates are, so hopefully we can already sort of like take it out at a distance, which will of course give the AV-8Bs the room they need to be getting close and take out the runway. So at point 4, before we jump into the corridor, Doomflight is going to launch JSOWs at the SA-10. We're going to go fly through the corridor, and then we're going to go low level using terrain masking to head towards the IP for Kutaisi. Hopefully in the meantime Wolf and Quake Flight have managed to take care of the cap, and then it's a task for you guys to set up a cap flight there to make sure anything that comes up or comes from the south can't interfere with us. So basically you've got our backs, you've got our 6 o'clock. Our copy.
Roger.
Copy.
Roger.
Copy.
Yeah, might be handy if, in this case, we Preacher and Mega, you guys decide if one of you is maybe sort of like element lead or something. I don't know. Have a look if that's handy. Anyway, we're into phase 3 now because Doom has launched his JSAS at the SA-10s. We've gone through the corridor, we've gone low level, and we're heading to Katesi. Now, Doomflight still has AGM-88, just in case the SA-10 is active, and he can launch them. And the idea is that the AV-8Bs will come in and we're going to drop JDAMs on the runway. Ingress is going to be the same as egress. Well, the egress is the same as ingress. But what a really important thing is, and that's for Quake and Wolf, is do not pass the line in the north. Stay south of Ada. The thing is, if you attract that cat flight to the north, you know, they're probably going to stay up there. They're not going to pull a cat flight away to deal with us and then leave something empty up north. So just don't get them interested. Keep a distance.
Copy. Question.
Copy.
Yeah, shoot.
Is the AR taxi carrier, is that boom or drag?
Texaco is, as if I've got it right, it's an MCP or is it? It's a drag.
Okay. Second question: this line edX then all the way outwards, because then the upper curve of the tanker will be above Eder.
It should be. It should be out of range of the tanker. You should see them on the F10 map, so you got a bit of a reference there. It's a general line. Okay, any questions about the main plan? Is everybody ready to die?
Sure.
Yeah.
Always.
That's when you get reaction. Okay, then one more thing. I reckon the way we should play this is a one life only. So if you're dead, you're dead. But you can take an observer slot and then watch the rest. So that there's also to make the emphasis on is you got to make choices to keep the airframe alive. That's what you would do in real life, and I think that's also a cool thing to try and do. So you should try and make it back to the carrier. A second pointer is when you join the server, first join as an observer, then go back to the slot selection, jump to the visitor mode, and then choose your slot, because otherwise the air boss won't activate, and you need that to be able to find the carrier. Then another thing about spawning, Preacher, your flight will spawn first. So you guys join the server first, and you spawn first onto the Stennis. You will spawn onto Cat 1 and 2. Then, Mago, your flight, when you get the call from Preacher that they are both in the cockpit, your flight can spawn, and you guys will spawn onto Cat 3 and 4. And once
Copy.
Mago has spawned, then Smokey, your flight can spawn, and you guys will spawn on the ramp. How copy?
Roger.
I've removed quite a bit of the scenery, but enough to be immersive. But there are still F-18s inbound, so because you're hot starting, you should have the correct loadout. Check it quickly. You can pretty much get airborne quite quickly, but Smokey, be careful if you start taxiing around because there might be F-18s coming in. And that's it.
When do I need to rotate my nozzles on the ski jump?
It was something like you have it at 25, accelerate down the ramp, and then just as you hit that little bump just before the ski jump, you put them to 40 degrees, and then we should just take off and be alright.
Okay, cool.
So I say last words to the commander, Smokey.
Yeah, just one thing about first things first. Yeah, Breaklight, many thanks for having us sitting together to get that plan, because just in my humble opinion, it's just like a 60-70% that it's your ideas and your hints, and a little bit of my input, to be honest. Then about the JSOS, so that everybody knows, fly as high as possible, over 30,000 feet, and you should also go into burners before you launch those JSOS, because I think it was able to hit Kutaisi from waypoint from the IP at about 400 knots. Indicated airspeed at 32,000. I just want to make that sure. That's it. The set. Breaklight, thank you much for your dedication.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, well, let's rock and get a mission success.
Yeah, but could you please repeat just how to join its first spectators, then back and then slots, or what was it?
Yeah, just come into the server's up, join us as an observer. As soon as you see the carrier or something, you can do exit and then back to spectators, and then join your slot.
I can't see the server. Have you posted the IP of the server?
Yeah, I posted it at the bottom of TeamSpeak, and password is Smokey Joe.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, and Smelly Cat, because we don't have Air Boss for the Hermes, you can just join.
Okay, cool.
Oh, one last thing. Does we'll go use the TAW SRS server, and does anybody know what the IP is?
It's 193 period 70 period 6 period 77 full stop 5002.
Excellent.
I'll try and... Okay, nice. I'm already in. Also be connected to SRS.
Smelly Cat, I'll see you on 124.1.
Copy.
And lots of fun to everyone, and see you on the other side. Breaklight going mute.
Have fun.
You too.
I'll copy. Our squad frequency is going to be 124.300.
Copy.
Yeah, Beagle, let's go for 124.25 again.
Copy.
Margot, please stay on TeamSpeak and give me just a short shout when you are on the cat, so that Doomflight can spawn.
Yeah, sure.
Thanks.
No props. I still don't get it. So, in there, back to spectator, or in the game, then back to spectators, and then on the slot, right?
Yeah.
Alright.
And Hitch,
Yep.
regarding the DMPIs, the attack points, I want you to launch one JSOR either at 2, oh my goodness, 2-2 and 2-3. Is that okay?
So repeat. So that was 1 at
I wanted to launch at DMPI 2 and 2-3.
Okay, so right. Okay, so affirm. That's the SAM site.
Even. I'm gonna launch at 2-1 and 2-2.
Okay, Smokey, I will wait for you to join the slot first, then I will follow you there.
Harbert, you are with Preacher in the cap flight.
I'm in the Quake flight.
2223.
No,
2223.
Preacher
You're in
flight.
Wolf flight.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. In the briefing section, I was in the Doom flight. I didn't know. Joining
Yeah,
server again.
we just changed it because Spectrum isn't there this evening, so Preacher needed a wingman. And since nobody volunteered, you have been picked by Breaklight.
Copy.
Chinese something or another.
Yeah. Chinese volunteering, what did he say?
2223. Are these target coordinates pre-populated, or do we do them in flight?
Beagle,
You need to push them into
go
the,
out of that slot again.
Okay.
Okay.
Did you need to enter them?
Yeah, roger.
Yeah, I'm out.
Copy. Yeah, we need to wait for Preacher and Harbert to spawn, and then we gotta go, and then we can spawn.
Okay.
So Smokey, with the coordinates, do we just want to get airborne first, get to the holding point Bravo, and then put the coordinates in?
Yeah, I would do it this way. Just when we are on the way to our holding point Bravo, I think we can also split a little bit up so that everybody of us can input the coordinates. I think we got plenty of time to enter them first before we go in.
Oh, I got thrown out of the server. Am I
Copy.
the only one?
You seem to
I
be the
don't
only one.
think so,
Yeah.
because I'm also showing the service offline.
Okay.
I'm still on it.
All right.
Still can
okay.
see the server. Still in the server, it seems.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm still in.
reconnecting. Yeah, probably he programmed that everyone above ping of 10 will get thrown out or something. Just because of Brexit.
Sheesh. Breaklight is Dutch.
Ah, right, I always forget. I always think he's Scottish or something. Always. I can't help.
Yeah, Dutch, Scotch. Sounds the same.
Yeah, exactly.
What are we waiting for on Doom flight?
Harbert.
We are
Joining server
waiting
again.
for, what is it, Wolf Flight
Regular on TeamSpeak.
and
Hey.
Quake Flight to launch, at least for Margo at Quake Flight, to tell us that he is that they are on the catapult so that we can spawn in.
Yeah, but we also have to wait for Wolf, so...
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah, that's the plan.
Alright.
Regular on TeamSpeak. You guys got it sorted?
Yeah, Harbert and I got disconnected, so I think we are waiting for... I could reconnect again, so I think I'm just waiting for Harbert to pick a slot so I can go in.
I'm joining server. It's gonna
Okay,
take
copy.
a minute.
Copy. Is there some kind of ping limit?
There shouldn't be.
Alright. And Beagle, okay, I think for this mission it's fine.
Yeah, to change the
But-
name, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I noticed, but didn't want to
Yeah.
disconnect and connect it.
Nah, leave it like that, that's fine.
Yeah.
There he is.
Oh, okay. Alright, Mego spawning.
Wolf 12124000 radio check.
No, it's 124300.
Copy.
I guess we are meet up at 250 instead of 249. I think we can skip 249 for this little thing here.
What's 249?
Yeah, usually 249 is ATC, but I think we can leave that out, right?
Yeah, affirm.
Smokey, we're just going to go to 124.2.
Yeah, if
Roger.
Okay, Smokey. Me and Beagle are spawned.
yeah. Brake light. I think, as you said, we will be spawned on the ramp. Is that correct? But are we free to spawn right now? Margot's flight, as Quake flight, has not left the cat. Is it okay to spawn, or shall we wait to be sure?
As far as I understood it, it's okay.
Okay, let's give it a try, Hitch. Let's spawn.
Roger.
And if you get the message your slots are taken, just switch back to spectator and then back to your slot. Usually you can push
You're
your way
taking
through.
what you have.
Smokey in the pit.
Guys got sword. I'm gonna.
Okay, I'm just getting a...
Just one last question. We are not locked into the catapult yet, right?
Probably. I don't know. Probably not. But the F2
Blast
views
shield.
are activated.
Look at the blast shield.
Oh yeah, it's not out. It's not up. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Oh, somebody took off already.
Brake light muting on T-speak.
On Beagle, I just noticed
Hitch, we can spawn.
data link and...
Hey, Firm, I'm up.
Yeah, data link is offline, so you have to activate it.
Hitch mute in TeamSpeak.
Sound muted.
Radio check 124.2.
21555.
Roger. Do you know if we're already hooked up, or have I got to press I to hook up?
I have no clue where you're actually located. You are on the pole, on the cut, yeah?
Affirm, I'm on a catapult.
Now you're on the rightmost catapult, yeah. It looks like you are not hooked because the blast shield is not raised.
There we go.
Just entering the coordinates, I'll be right with you.
Are you putting in your coordinates now, yeah?
Yeah, I already started putting them into. So it just takes a few seconds. I'll be right with you. Okay, 1 6.
To 2. So 171. Lat. Northern
Okay, 1 is hooked up.
4-2. Do you want me to... I'm just putting in my coordinates, or do you want me to get up?
Say again?
Are you up in the air, or are you still on the deck?
Look to your left.
Oh, there you are. Okay.
I would say we start now, and you can input the coordinates en route then.
Roger that.
Alright, I'll be in 4 burners in 3, 2, 1, now. I'm taking off. One. Obviously.
Whoa! What's going on?
And 1 is already busted. Flaps up.
Where's he gone? What's your altitude?
Altitude is Angels 2 and climbing 10 degrees, 300 knots.
Roger, I'm at Angel 6. Bearing 090433.
Roger that, let's head towards waypoint 1, 18 miles. I'm climbing through the clouds. I'm at 95% RPM. You got enough time to catch up. Just want to be in altitude earlier than the last time. Last time we were quite kind of falling back the whole time.
Roger that. Currently doing 436 knots. That's where we were last time. North. 4-2. 1-2. 2-7. 9-3. Longitude. Eastern 42. 28. 03. Enter 38. Enter. Beautiful. It's not what I want. Instant. Understand.
Hit your status, are you visual with me?
Copy. Say that again. What's your angels?
Angels, 18 climbing. By the way, let's push 124.0 so that we can also work with 9. You got that?
Roger that.
124.0.
Can you just confirm your bearing for me?
Bearing 085. 20,000 feet.
Did you say 05?
Magic grid voice, close suspended now. 085 at Angels 20. You copy?
Copy. 085, and I'm currently at Angels 24.
Wolflight, nice. Copy. By the way, let's push 124.0 to have to be able to speak with the areas. Question: what are our current orders?
Yeah, copy.
Now at 085 for 28, 26,000 hot.
Hitch checking in on 124.0.
Nightmare, Lima Charlie. Doomfly is 60 miles away from Alpha. Doom 1-2, you on this frequency?
Copy.
Yeah, Wolf, be advised, Nightmare, we have visual on contrails high, pushing west. Hey, phone question, how to proceed? Well, if you've seen the films, I suggest you come in on his 6 o'clock, get in close on his left-hand wing, within 250 feet, visual ID, and if possible, pass him in the front and push him away to the north, see how he reacts. So it's copy, we'll pull that one. It's the old Cold War stuff.
Ah, great. I think I messed that up. Yeah. long 1 2 2 northern.
Doom 1-1 for Doom 4. My goodness, Doom 1-2 for 1-1. Can you confirm your data link is on? Can't see you on the page.
Copy. Lat northern 227 1227. Hello? Being checked.
Nightmare, base spike.
Doom buddy spike. 27, enter 93, enter long easting 42.
Doom 1-2, 1-1. Now I can see you. You are flying with the Harriers. I'm way behind you. I'm about 10 miles, 15 miles behind you guys.
Copy. 42. 28. 006.
Any station, please confirm that you're also seeing a message in the top right of your screen.
Copy.
Wolf, Nightmares, Sitrep.
2-3.
Sitrep, there was an F-18 carrying very fast on his nose, and then one of his wings ripped off. It was not my flight.
Feet.
Copy, yeah. Did you also see a message, top right?
I first saw the message, and bomb will be behaved accordingly.
Northern.
Copy. Yeah, strangely his wing ripped off.
1, 2, 2, 3.
Expect to fill in some paperwork when you get back.
Enter 7, 8. 7, 8.
Well, it seems that he has been engaged by the Tiger Rogue Destroyer.
2, 8. 0, 9. Enter 9, 3. Enter. Okay.
Quake, Nightmare, 124. Quake, Nightmare, 124.
Let's get some altitude.
Doom 1211, what is the altitude?
Angels 19.
Roger, take your time and climb to Angels 30.
Confirm 30.
30,000 feet, that is correct. We need that altitude for the standoff launch at the SA-10s.
Copy. I am all over the place in this thing.
Doom 1211, I'm at your 6 o'clock according to your SA page.
Copy. Doom 1-1, are you making your way to waypoint 2?
Negative, I'm waiting here now, right now.
Copy.
We advise full flight now in an orbit above waypoint Alpha. Wolf for Doom, Quake Flight is calling you on 250. Doom 1211, please take a look at your SA's page and try to rejoin formation so that we...
Copy.
Doom 12, you copy?
Copy. I've got visual on your SA page and visual at my 1 o'clock.
Roger that. My microphone switch, sorry. Currently at Angels 34, climbing slightly. I'll target for 35. Quick one, checking in. 124.0. Lima Charlie. Nightmare, Lima Charlie.
Doom 1-1, what's your fuel?
Doom, Nightmare. We really need to start pushing because Nightmare's running on... fuel's going fast.
Wolf Flight, you got called by Doom Flight on 250.
can only tune to your radio channels. Copy. Then everyone, main comms on the 250. Main comms on 250. How copy? Solid copy.
Copy.
Zero. Wolf 250.
Doom 250.
Quake 250.
Wolf for Doomfly, please give us a hint as when you engage the enemy's cap in the south, so Nightmare and Doom can push in. You copy?
This is Wolf-like. Be advised, we are supposed to essentially have them being dragged towards us.
No, the intended plan should be that, at least the plan would be that the southern cap engages Quake Flight and lure them out into the sea, and then Wolf Flight engages the enemy.
Are you at Bravo or
Break,
Alpha
break.
holding position?
Doom, push heading 180 for Bravo, maintain Angels. Quake Flight.
2 copy.
Group at 140 for 42 at 27,000, flanking north.
Copy. Quake Flight about to pickle.
Wolf, nearest bandit, one group. J11s at 110 for 71, 26,000, flanking north. Cover that, Wolf Flight turning in.
Doom 1-2 heading to holding point Bravo. Heading 170, Angels 33.
Doom 1-1.
Quake Flight, having a problem. My J-cells don't want to launch. I don't know why. I tried it prior to our mission and it worked. Now it doesn't.
Quake, Magic, be advised. One group, J11s at 170 for 28, 34,000, flanking northeast, northwest.
Copy. Getting spiked.
2 buddy spike.
Quake Flight won't go south like planned because they are already locking me up, so I'm dragging them west now.
Quake 2, I'm in the air again.
Wait a second, Quake Flight is turning around quickly to launch his stray south. I found the mistake. Repeat last.
Wolf Magic, be advised, single J11 at 110 for 39, 32,000 hot. Second J11 at 100 for 26,000, pushing north. Quake, be advised, single
No way.
Ah, shit. Okay, I will give him a heads up.
God damn. Oh, great. Absolute great. Alright, let's try and get out. Come on.
Okay, Beagle, if you can go in again and fly again, I'm dead. So you're on your own, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Copy.
Miles away. How in God's name did that work?
Say again?
No, sorry, I'm back on the carrier.
Okay.
Just trying to align up. It's showing me miles away. It's showing me hitch now.
Sound muted.
Alright, to be solid copy, I have to fight the fight there. Copy, I'll see if I can help. Doom 1-2, this is Nightmare.
Copy.
Doom 1-2, this is Nightmare, RTB, how copy?
Oh. Doom 1-2, just taken off from the carrier.
have J11 on R6.
Solid call for assume.
Bandit is at your 150 for 21, 17,000, flanking west. All stations, this is Nightmare. We've lost mission commander, fuel's running low, and air-to-air was a bit tougher than we expected. A mission is abort, all airframes, party B.
Oh, really? Copy, doing flight, just taken off on camera, but I'll RTB. Oh, dear me. How low was that ceiling? Where is everyone? Well, that sucks.